Hello and welcome to my podcast, Conversations with Cornelius, where I, Cornelius Patrick O'Sullivan, discuss, chat and hypothesize on all things from fatherhood, marriage, comedy and everything else in between. From time to time, there will be special guests, but mostly it's going to be me and some regular contributors, including my main squeeze, Noelle Patricia O'Sullivan, aka the wife. So sit back, relax and enjoy Conversations with Cornelius. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Conversations with Cornelius. With me, your host, Cornelius Patrick O'Sullivan. I'm delighted to be here today.
Thanks very much.
I'm joined by two very special guests, well, one very special guest and a guest then as well. I'll bring on the guest first of all. It's Peter. And
that's my build-up, is it?
That's your build-up, yeah.
Jeez, thanks very much.
And
appreciate it.
We have a very special guest then on the podcast. He's my firstborn son, first of three.
Wait, are we saying special as in special? Or are we saying special as he means something to you?
Special as in he means something to me.
Very good.
And I actually also think he's a very special person as well. He's got a great personality, a great spirit, a great mind. And he's very good at soccer. So yeah, special.
It's very kind of you. Thank you.
You're very
Thanks.
welcome.
It's the nicest you ever said. There's nice things you ever said about me ever.
There you go.
As a dad now, you win.
Yeah.
That's a good
I'll
start.
take that for the day. I'll take that for the day. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage my son, Dylan Thomas.
Where are we?
Good.
That was a good build-up, yeah. Appreciate it. Fair play.
I know about it.
Mine was a bit low-key, but that's fair enough. You know, I'm
I
regular.
kind of hyped you up a bit too much, I felt.
Remember last time you introduced me in the comedy show? It was you slagged me for about 2 minutes, and then you got them to stop applauding. So there's this awkward silence as I stepped on stage. That was very nice.
Most people would hate that intro. You kind of
I
revel
enjoyed
in
it,
that
yeah.
kind of stuff.
Do you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to just shake your hands for like 5 minutes. So we just continually shake our hand. That's what we should do next time.
Yeah. If I did that to any other comedian, there'd be uproar within the comedy community. They'd be like, "Who does he fucking think he is?" Whereas you were like, "Yeah, class." That was
I didn't expect nothing less from you.
Yeah.
No, that's the way it goes.
It is Thursday. We are in the good room in my house, and we are doing a podcast. We did a podcast with these. I did a podcast with these two lachicos. We were trying to determine when it was. When was the last one? Can you remember, Dylan?
I think it was after COVID. Just
yeah,
after.
I think so too. Yeah.
After COVID. So we're talking the guts of 2 years.
Yeah.
So what?
I haven't seen you in
I think
ages.
it's been 2 years.
Yeah.
So that's the last time I saw you.
You're massive. Stand up there so they can see like massive quads. Like a track cyclist quads.
You don't have to stand up. Don't take any.
I'm just saying.
And do you know what? If he says something to you, you can fucking say something back to him. He's saying you're massive, like.
Yeah, that's a compliment, like.
Oh,
No,
is it?
Nobody's ever said that about
A lot
you,
of
I
people
suppose.
said I'm massive.
Well,
and I don't think it's,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that's not a compliment.
Like, it was a good thing you went deeper into it, like, because you just kind of stopped at massive. Do you know, that could be construed anyway, like, do you know,
Massive quadriceps.
quadriceps. Okay.
Quadriceps.
Do you know what
Are they
that
not
means?
quadriceps?
Good God. Should we ignore him or?
I think we should.
Yeah.
Quadriceps, but are they not called quadriceps? That's how I pronounced them growing up. Quadriceps.
Do you know what you do?
Quadriceps.
You never say that openly or out loud, okay?
This podcast is called Quadriceps.
That's a good title for it, isn't it?
And it's dedicated to my son, the special Dylan Thomas, and he's massive quadriceps.
This topic of today's conversation now is just legs.
And if you're listening to this and you're like, oh fucking hell, I wish I could see Dylan's quads, you can, because we're on YouTube now as well.
Well, you should do a patronage for that. Extra bonus material.
Would you take the pants off for?
Oh, Jesus.
Uh,
I mean, you can.
showing this content like what's the fee for that?
I'll tell you what.
We'll talk about
we'll
that.
talk about the fee, but
Yeah.
like in theory, you're up for it.
The
Just
price
make
is
the
right.
shorts the
The price
normal.
is
Like,
right.
I don't. The way you.
Price is right. The price will be
Okay.
very right.
I'll have to consider it so.
Well, look, it's sometimes you need to find a side hustle. A side huddle. And we're in a kind of a side huddle here.
Uncomfortable level up to 10.
The level of uncomfortability just.
I can feel myself tightening up.
And I'm kind of loosening up.
Yeah, you get more in your element here. Yeah, that's nice.
You get very erratic.
Yeah.
I'm very
listen,
erotic.
Erratic.
Oh, erratic. Okay, because that would be weird if I was erotic with you. You're my fucking son. That would be very Roman Empire.
I started watching a new show actually with Anthony Hopkins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Silence of the Lambs.
No, no, it's a bit related.
He must be in his 90s now, is he?
Jesus is well in his 80s, isn't it? Yeah. It's about the Roman Empire. Yeah, it's on Amazon. I've watched about 10 minutes of it.
Any good?
Too much CGI, look nonsense. But the ratings were kind of
Do you know
hit
what,
miss.
man? Fuck CGI. Too much CGI
Ruins it.
What's wrong with just watching humans doing stunts and stuff like that? Like,
Yeah, well, there was one part that was eaten by a tiger, so I suppose the CGI was necessary there.
All right, okay.
You know, but I agree with you. Set design and costumes are way better than fucking
Way better.
overdoing the CGI.
And like sometimes you don't have to see the tiger rip the skull off of the fucking neck, you know?
Yeah, it was rubbish.
Sometimes what's behind, like just behind the door, your imagination is way worse than what reality is.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, no. So it's supposed to be already okay in it, so I give it a miss.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Is that a thumbs down for that?
It's a thumbs down, but
For the
again,
new Anthony Hopkins. We do on this podcast, guys. We do a lot of reviews. This is like you watch 10 minutes of this. They probably spent millions and millions
yeah, huge amount. Yeah,
on
So you
CGI.
watch 10 minutes of the show. And
I'm
you're
judging
giving it a thumb down.
10 minutes. I'm
Is that,
judging
is
on
that
10
enough?
minutes.
Is that enough time to give something?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go. Now, Dylan, what are you watching at the moment?
Nothing at the moment. I was talking to you about that Mindhunter series I
Oh,
watched
yeah.
on Netflix. I thought it was very interesting.
Based on true story.
Yeah.
Did you watch? Would you like give it longer than 10 minutes?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Yeah.
Like some things are very slow to get into, but then once you give it a chance, do you know?
Well, okay. Did you
I'm not
direct
having
the
a
show?
go,
Or
I'm
something?
just saying, do you
Are
know
you
what I mean?
involved in this show with Hopkins or something?
Oh, well, he's very good in the Mask of Zorro. Do you know, that's all I really know him from.
Have you ever seen Silence of the Lambs?
I haven't. No, that's meant to be a horror film.
It is, but it's fucking very good. Buffalo
Yeah.
Bill.
They
I
say if
haven't.
you change the music in that Silence of the Lambs, it turns out to be a comedy.
I saw a TikTok where they turned it into a romantic comedy and they just took little clips of it and turned stuff. It was actually hilarious.
That's
But
very
it's
good.
very yourself and Shauna should watch that. It is fucking brilliant.
Silent of the Lambs.
Yeah, Silence of the Lambs. It's really
Yeah.
good. It's like a psychological thriller. It's about a serial killer. So
We went to see Twisters actually in the cinema not so long ago.
Was that good?
It's basically about like in America, like these tornadoes trying to stop them from destroying like towns in the west.
yeah.
I wasn't really Shauna liked this, but I wasn't too.
Is it stupid, like?
Tom to
It's kind of like
down.
Tom. It's kind of like in the middle, like, you know. If you're into that kind of thing, like I wouldn't have been. You know, they kind of really dramatize it. Now I know it destroys people's lives and homes and things like that, but it has like
For entertainment value, it's great.
Well, do
You
you
weren't
know,
entertained.
not for myself, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wouldn't like. I'm sure other people.
And
would
those
like it, you know.
people's lives were devastated,
Yeah.
but you weren't entertained by it. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. How about yourself? You
Twisters.
like stuff with wind?
I love what was the movie again? There was an old Twister movie. What was the name of it again?
The Wizard of Oz.
That's the one. Although I seen Wicked.
That is a.
I seen Wicked on Broadway.
I'd actually love to see Wicked. To tell me, I've never seen it, but I only recently found out that it's about the fucking Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, I think it's set. Is it before or after? I should probably know. 1 second.
Probably before, because she gets killed. Doesn't she get killed? The Wicked Witch of the East. Gets
Oh
killed.
yeah. So
The house
this
lands on her.
is set beforehand.
That's
yeah.
probably how it ends. Then is it?
Actu-
Wicked. Is it? This is the house.
No,
That's how
no,
it ended.
no. Wicked is actually Wicked is very good. It kind of ends in a kind of good vibe sort of thing. But it's very good. Yeah, we got front row tickets.
Where'd you see it?
New York.
New York,
Mm-hmm.
New York. And was it? How do you How were the tickets expensive? How did you get front row tickets?
Yeah, probably very expensive.
Yeah, Claudia paid for him, so did she.
She did. Yeah, she funds all my endeavours
And the flights over to America,
as well as she
Yeah.
she obviously digged
all
into
the
her
food and
pockets.
accommodation.
She did. Yeah, no, in
Yeah.
fairness. No,
Did
what?
you
Did you contribute at all, Pete?
Sorry, what?
Did you contribute at all?
Do you know, sometimes a company is just enough, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
a
true.
personality, like.
His company is worth a good bit, isn't it, Pete?
Would you put a monetary price on it? Would you?
A trip to New York, all expenses paid, hotels, foods, front seats at shows, and anything else your heart and wish desires.
I mean,
That's how much your company's worth.
thanks very much. I
you know.
appreciate that.
I know it's no problem.
But
It's no
monetary
problem.
wise, no, nothing.
No, zero.
Okay.
Yeah,
Zip.
just my personality.
Which is worth the moon. You know?
You can't put a price in.
Seemingly,
Try
anyway.
and put a price on it, and I'll tell you you're wrong. Just put a figure on it there. What do you think his personality is worth?
Imagine I was
A
spending
million.
No, wrong. Miles wrong.
higher.
Way higher. Way higher.
Are you on drugs or?
Yeah.
You could smell it when you came in the door. Fucking marijuana hanging out the room, like.
How dare you? How dare? There was actually a plumber inside there doing some plumbing, and there was a smell of jazz cigarettes off him, and I was like,
Why was he doing plumbing in the sitting room?
I don't know.
There's no, you should look into that.
Putting a washing machine in there. Just to save time from walking into the kitchen.
He's very efficient. Yeah.
Sure, look, listen, thank you. So you don't really like to give things if you were inside the movie now, if you went to the cinema
I go just during the day, weekday, so there's nobody else there. Way better.
Love doing that.
Yeah.
I've done it there once this year, but I used to do it before I had kids all the time.
Very expensive though, the cinema, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's like just a little oasis.
Yeah.
Especially in the middle of the day.
When do you go there?
went-
You're way younger than us. And
Actually, I
you're
have a
going
buddy
on a
who
date.
works in there, so I got the tickets for free. So we just had to pay for the popcorn and the drink. It was
Probably
like
shouldn't
€13.
mention that.
Still giving out about how expensive
No,
it was.
otherwise though, yeah. Otherwise, if I didn't by chance meet my friend who was working,
Yeah.
I probably would have been.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to Adam Regan, yeah.
Adam,
But probably
Very
shouldn't
good
be
guy.
giving away free tickets.
You're not great at the old FIFA, Adam. And, but you could leave us in, myself and Pete,
to see Twisters.
to see Twisters.
Well, let's pick a decent movie.
Well, I didn't put a thumbs down. I kind of gave it.
Again,
You know.
What was that thing in Rome again? I know there was this as well, wasn't there? But this is wrong.
So that means kill him,
Yeah.
right? If you put the thumbs down, the Caesar would
Like
basically
this as well.
there'd be the gladiator would fight and he'd get the better of another gladiator.
Mm.
And what do we think about Gladiators 2 then coming out?
Actually, looking forward to the first one I love.
I think
won't bother
they
finishing
sorry to cut across you. We're
Yeah.
on about.
No, it's just that's grand.
Well, we're still on the same topic, though, aren't
Well,
we? Really.
Yeah, no, we just branched out.
Yeah, I was just
into something
explaining.
interesting.
I actually had a bit of facts there, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Go on.
Okay, yeah. So thumbs down, kill him. Thumbs up.
When I
he's
see,
fine,
I
leave
think
him
it
alone.
would be misinformed. I think that this is one of the.
I don't think they ever go that way.
I think so. Yeah.
I think they started that.
I think this
and,
is.
and,
Oh,
and
yes.
that means let's keep him alive. Thumbs up, and that is executed.
Yeah, see, that's what we always thought. But I'm sure that this.
You think that's executed?
This is taken over one of them. I just can't remember which one because we always thought this or this.
It's like in some parts of the East, the Orient, shaking your head means yes.
Oh yeah, in India, they go, can you do this for me? No problem. And then it takes you a minute or two to go, is he saying no or is he?
That means yes.
They do a bob, they do a head bob. Like
Yeah.
this. They do it so naturally like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Or
Yeah.
I can do it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you could be right, but like who knows? We'll never know now because Dylan's talking about Gladiator 2. Who's playing the Gladiator? Who's playing Gladiator?
Ridley Scott
Paul
movie.
Mescal.
The Irish fella.
Yeah,
With the shorts.
I think he's like the young fella from the first movie. He was like
Maximus Meridius.
no, he's died.
He's dead. So what's the premise of this movie?
It's like the young fella. It's like
His son.
no, it's the bad fella's son. No. Sorry, actually, no. It's the bad fella who has a sister who had a son. Basically.
Yeah, I remember
Oh,
River Phoenix was the bad lad, and
fellas.
he's
No, he's dead. It's
yeah, that's
it's the other
what I mean.
fella.
Yeah,
River Phoenix. No. it's
Okay.
Joaquin.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh, Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah,
He
you're
played
right.
the Emperor.
River's
So
dead.
him. Okay, we're with. I'm with you. So Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes.
His son.
His sister's son.
His sister's
Nephew.
son.
Nephew. His
So
nephew.
Joaquin's nephew.
Joaquin's nephew.
Right. That's Paul Mescal.
Yes.
So Joaquin's nephew is Paul Mescal, and was there kind of a hint that she was having an affair with Russell Crowe in the first one? There was a bit
I
of
think there was
sexual-
something there
a bit
before
of
he got
sexual
married.
tension
There was
between
tension,
them.
but I think Russell was very loyal to his wife.
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
And he had a son then,
He
and they were
was,
both
yeah.
murdered.
They were murdered.
Yeah.
By Joaquin.
Jesus Christ, Joaquin.
Yeah, remember he just said my name is Ludicis, but it's a bum bum bum.
You killed my father. Oh no, that's Princess.
That's
Bride.
Princess Bride. That's exactly.
My name is Hontayo Montana. You kill my father. Prepare to die.
That's a very good Spanish accent. In fairness.
You kill my father. What is his name? It's not one.
Inigo Montoya, isn't it?
Is it
Oh, well
Inigo?
done. Yeah, I think
Inigo
that's
Montoya.
You made me watch that, actually. I really liked it.
Did you really like it?
Yeah, I did like it, yeah.
Yeah. Andrew the Giant's in it too. It's
Yeah,
just-
he died shortly after, didn't he?
No more rhyming
Yeah,
now. I mean
yeah.
it.
He was.
Does anybody have a peanut? It's one of the greatest. I think it's in my top 10.
Yeah, I
The
know it's
Princess's
classic. Yeah.
Bride. It's fucking brilliant.
Classic. Yeah.
It's got it all. It's got intrigue. It's
The grandfather reading the story. It's kind of very
Oh.
wholesome.
You always wanted to be that boy in the bed, like where
He was sick though. I didn't really want to be sick.
Well, you didn't want to be sick, but he only had the cold. He only had the
I suppose he
cold.
the coach. Yeah. Kevin Arnold from Wonder Years.
As is. Where's he at now? He was actually in a TV show there a few years ago. I turned it off after 10 minutes. It was shit.
Apparently, they got in some sort of trouble into himself and the brother. In the Wonder Years, the older brother. Apparently, they were kind of doing something with one of the staff, or kind of make her feel uncomfortable. It came out years later. Yeah, well, some people are saying that the girl that played the mother in the series, she said it was all nonsense. But apparently there was a few stories about that, yeah. But who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows?
Lend me your ear and I'll sing you a song.
He does this a lot.
I'll try not to say.
This is when you try to think of new content to come up.
No, that's
when you break up into
that's the
sound.
theme song to the Wonder Years.
Okay, I haven't
Yeah,
seen
so
it.
It's actually.
It's on TG
it's
Carr,
in
Happy
context,
6.
actually. Okay?
Okay.
I don't see you bringing any nuggets of.
Well, you
Glory
interrupted
to
him when he brought up the fucking.
Well, I wanted to talk
new
about Gladiators
movie.
too, and now we're on about.
Well, I
Wonder
wanted to
Years.
talk about the actual thumbs up or thumbs
I was
down.
still on the topic
That
of
was
Gladiators,
very
though.
relevant.
Relevant.
You brought up
I
the
get
Wonder Years.
by with a little help from my friends.
It's a classic show, Dale. It's actually really good.
What about Troy? Because I watched that recently as well.
I watched that recently as well.
Troy is very good.
So-
I'm like, they're both kind of similar enough in terms of
Mm.
warfare and that kind of thing. Like, you
Yeah.
know, back in
You have to talk into that.
what would you rate better as a movie?
Oh, Gladiator.
Gladiator.
Gladiator is one of my all-time favorites. Yeah, the soundtrack is amazing.
Oh,
The
Hans
character
Zimmer,
is amazing.
excellent. Yeah, he's
Hans
very
Zimmer. Is he still alive?
good. He's still going. Yeah.
Fuck,
Did you ever watch
fair
Interstellar? You did.
Interstellar, yeah.
The soundtrack for that is excellent as well.
Brilliant. He does
amazing.
great
Yeah.
stuff. Did you watch
He
Interstellar?
does Pirates of the Caribbean
No,
as
I
well.
never
Then
watched
just
it.
changed it up completely. Pirates of the
I
Caribbean.
haven't watched Interstellar. Is it good? I've listened to the
Oh,
score to it. No, I've often
Oh, it's
sometimes when
amazing.
I'm writing, I'll put it on. It's actually brilliant.
oh, you should
Yeah.
definitely watch it.
Yeah.
Is it?
100%. Yeah.
There's just
Really?
one scene
Matthew
in this when
McConaughey
they-
and it's excellent.
Oh, it's brilliant. When they land on this planet, there's a big giant wave approaching.
Yeah. Is it really good?
Oh,
I always thought it was
10 out of 10. Oh, it's
Oh,
sci-fi.
it's like
sci-fi,
it's, I
but
think it's like the top 3 on IMDb or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like it's fairly highly rated. Like
Interstellar.
There we go, yeah.
So is that a thumbs up from the two of you?
Anne Hathaway is also in it. I
Thumbs
think
up. Yeah, is
She's
that
in
her?
it
Is that her name?
Anne Hathaway isn't it?
I
Yeah, you could be
love
right.
Anne Hathaway.
Do you?
I absolutely love Anne Hathaway.
She's in it anyway, so you're definitely going to watch it
and
after
I
this
do
podcast.
like does and Matthew McConaughey. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was very good in it as well.
He's very good too, yeah. He's the dead.
I watched another one similar enough with Matt Damon. He's like stranded on a
Oh, that's
Mars.
the Martian. The
The
Martian.
Martian. That's
I
also
actually
very
watched
good.
that with Noel. That was actually very good.
That's
Where he
very
started to grow his own food and stuff.
Yeah, that was very
Yeah.
good.
And then, like, what was it? A 1 in a billion chance that. Well, I suppose listen. If you're listening, turn off now because I'm about to spoil it.
Yeah, this is the spoiler alert.
He gets saved.
No way.
But it's very unrealistic. Like, it was very good now, but it's very unrealistic.
I love all those space movies.
Yeah.
They're very good.
Like, and but it just goes to show astronauts have to be very brainy, don't they? Like, because he was very brainy
Well, yeah, I mean,
to solve all the problems.
you're not going to be a jock and
Yeah.
then become an astronaut. Like,
Imagine one of us fucking stranded in Mars.
Oh, we're dead.
We're fucked.
Within seconds.
We're fucked. I just take the fucking. I said, there's no point. I just take this off.
I wouldn't be able to even explain the problem. Do you
Yeah.
know? I'd be like, I don't know what to say.
I'd be like looking for the Mars bars. I'd be like, where are the Mars bars?
I believe that.
How would you actually cope though before you die? Like the amount of loneliness you must be feeling in this vast, like enormous.
Sure, ask Colin, he deals with it daily. Well,
What was the question? What was the question?
loneliness, how do you deal with
How
it?
do you deal with
yeah.
loneliness? I think loneliness is a human condition. I think you could be surrounded with people and be with loved ones in a room and be very lonely. You know, loneliness is it's a state of mind, and I think it's
Okay, let's bring it up. Come on, bring it up.
Yeah.
Bring up the energy.
thumbs up. Loneliness is a state of mind. I hope that's helped you, son. Any more heart to hearts? You just come my way. Now, the birds and the bees.
I'd step over this.
Pete, take off your clothes. We're going to just put a
Yeah, no, I've reached my limit.
brand nickers on Pete, and we're going to pretend he's your okay, all right, forget about it. Forget about it. Oh, Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
god. I was just having a normal conversation on the phone with my wife before I left. And now this.
You must have a fetish for quadriceps or something like that.
Well, if you open your fucking legs any wider, myself and Pete will be out the fucking window.
Small couch.
Yeah, well, we all have the same fucking leg room, bro.
It's better for you. Is this better?
I feel like I'm tiny in between the two of you. Fucking
Well,
gimps.
you're not tiny.
Thanks.
You're expanding all the time.
Oh.
Daily.
Do you have more leg room now?
I think I have the same amount. Look, we have the
She's
same.
afraid.
We all have a cushion, right? And that is our space.
Yeah.
So if you're look, you're right at the edge of your cushion. I'm just kind of. I think it's okay to have a little bit.
You're
of
very fucking small legs,
Ah, thanks.
don't you?
What's wrong with him, man?
No, just they're
I'm
tiny.
able to walk away. And
Jeez,
I'm fine.
Yeah, well,
You should see my calves, Dylan. Tell him about my calves.
Big calves.
he does have big calves, though, in fairness. Okay, it'd be a bit weird to show him, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did. But they are actually.
No, I won't.
They're
I'll
meaty
keep going.
calves.
I had meat. Thank you.
Yeah.
I've been
That's
working
just-
a lot on them.
No, it's
Down
just
through the
genetic.
years.
There was no work at all in them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
just
come from
born.
a line of long calves. What's this podcast about anyway, guys? Does anyone like we've literally
What do we mean? We're 18
20 minutes,
20
nearly?
minutes. This
Halfway
is the
through it,
preamble.
nearly.
we're nearly halfway through it. What have you been doing for the last 2 years? I'm intermediate. I've met you now within the last 2 years. I know what you're up to. I'm kind of the matchmaker between your two last souls of the last. So the last 2 years, Pete.
Just we were chatting in the car. Yeah, we got through that. Yeah,
Did you get it all?
all done. Yeah,
We caught up fairly well.
Yeah, we
the
caught up very
drive,
well. Yeah. We said we wouldn't save it for this because they don't deserve to hear what's happening in their real lives.
Yeah.
You know, this is just a
facade.
a facade that we try on.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
we were discussing. I won't even say it. Just heavy discussions, heavy topics.
Deep DMCs, deep meaningful conversations.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to go any further.
Yeah,
Do you have many DMCs now?
No.
No.
Really, no.
I never
Just
heard it.
when I meet P after 2 years, you'd have one then, like just
yeah.
to catch up.
We're such good friends. It felt like yesterday.
Yeah. It actually did though.
Yeah, it does
it
feel
did.
like
Do
yours,
you know,
yeah.
it didn't feel like 2 years ago. You
Yeah,
were
do
sat
you know
and-
there can be certain awkwardness there sometimes, but with the two of us, it's easy. For yourself, then I just find it's just work all the time.
Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song.
That's the same song as earlier.
That's the same song as earlier.
Sure, change it up.
Look it on TG Carr, half to
TG
6.
I will try not to
Every
sing out of
what
key.
day? Oh, it's on-
Monday to Thursday.
Baby,
Okay. Is it in Irish?
No, it's in English. Yeah,
Is it still called TG Car?
it's TG. Well, yeah, it is TG Carr.
You
Yeah,
not change it.
Might be TG4.
from my friends.
How are you doing? Eh?
I've been better.
It seems like you're mad for attention trying to get in there.
So actually, we do have something to bring up. Myself and Pete do a podcast now every week, Dylan, right? And
Okay.
he's a regular. He's now gone into the regular. You're nearly up with Noel now. He's very regular.
Still don't get paid. No monetary sort of.
Speaking of pay,
That's
right?
a shame.
Speaking of pay, we do a bet every week. We
Okay.
pick out a bet, and we've done maybe 7 or 8 episodes now, and we keep score. The bet is a maximum of €10. We pick a sporting event. He picks one side, I pick the other side, and the score now at the moment is €35. I'm up €35. I take my tenner there, please, mind.
Yeah, 1 second. I'll just lay down.
He picked last week's event. He picked the tennis match, and he went for the UK.
Okay.
Went for
Well, I'll tell
In
you what I
the
went for.
Olympics, that is.
Olympics, and my heart wouldn't do it. I just couldn't go.
You couldn't go for the
I'll
English.
tell you what I did. I went for Andy Murray, who's a Scottish player.
With Team GB.
Scottish.
I saw something about Rory McIlroy playing for Ireland, but he feels more British. Do you know, he feels more British than Irish. I found that very strange.
Yeah, it's a very strange thing to say.
Hang on a second now.
You can count that out.
1 second now. We have
Yeah.
a rule, and you've broken the rule.
What's the rule?
You have broken the rule.
Yeah.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9. What's this?
10. That's €10.
That's €10.
That's
One second
€10.
now. It is €10,
Yeah.
right? We've a rule about gold coins. You know this rule. This is
Gold coins. Never
we
heard
said-
this rule.
the rule was it had to be in 2s, 1s, or paper. That was the rule at the very start. What's this?
That's money. I would never throw my nose up at any
Now
sort
I'll
of money.
tell you, right?
Are you too good for 20 cent
I'm
coins?
definitely going to take it, but going forward, it's just him. This is a little mind game that he's doing now. He's lost. You've lost, like.
I've lost the.
You're down €35.
It's like half my mortgage.
I'm actually making a good fucking living from this podcast, Dylan. Right? And
You always have been good at gambling, though, haven't you?
sure, look, listen.
That's what you did in previous life.
I would.
Which
say
I feel they kind of take advantage of actually. Yeah.
Well, you literally picked the last event. I was feeling sorry for you. I was like, God loves this fella's trying his best. Like, he can't catch a break.
Do you know what I meant?
Look,
I went
he's
for my
like-
heart.
He was like, fucking, he's running, he's putting in the effort. You can see the strain in his face. And he's just useless. Let's give him a bit of an encouragement.
Could you soften that word a little? Could you that description?
He's just not great at anything.
What bet are you going to put on for next week?
So that's the question now, Pete.
Would you do the Community Shield? Or is that
Who's playing in
Oh,
that?
that's a
Man
good
United
idea.
and Man City? We spoke about it on
I'd
the way
probably
out.
go with Man City.
Would you go for Man City?
He's too scared.
Well, you see, this is the thing is, we have to agree on the bet. That's the deal.
Okay.
The bet has to be.
You're not agreeing on it so
so
far.
I give you Man City, but I need a 2-0 lead.
I'll give you.
3-0 actually, sorry.
I'll forget about it.
2-0, go on, so 2-0.
I know what you're trying to do. Oh wait, 2-0. Could have been 3.
Well, I'll give you a 2-0 lead, and like that's what I'll give you.
I'll tell you what.
End of story.
Man City for me. Man City to win, but if it goes to penalties, you win.
No. Man City would probably win 4 or 5-0. Do you know the way Man City, especially because Man United,
Man City are notorious for starting off slow in the season.
They do. They do.
Yeah,
That's
but
why
they-
I like your knowledge here now.
but they also lost to Man United in the FA Cup, so there'll be a little bit of There'll be, and Pep will want to just like, so.
Why don't we bet an Adeleke? Where will she finish up in the 400 metres?
Oh, that's a good bet.
Why don't the three of us get? Or do you want to get involved?
No, because he might be around next week.
Is it every Thursday?
Most Thursdays, yeah. Every Thursday, yeah.
Well, I could do next Thursday.
There we go.
Well, look, Dylan, if you want to get in on the bet, right, it's a tenner, all right? And there's no coppers, there's no gold coins, right?
That's a shame.
If, like, I last 1 week and I gave him a tenner, straight up gave him a tenner. I was like, there you go, that's a bit of dignity there. There's none of this shit, or you won't even be left on the podcast.
What's wrong with that?
I see nothing wrong with
I
it.
get that. There's rules. That's no problem. I want to know. I don't want to understand. I want to understand
It's
it.
just cumbersome.
You can use that though.
No, you can't.
You can use it exactly. You could use that for your sauna there tomorrow if you wanted to.
No, because
throw it into the ticket machine.
Well said.
I've already paid for my sauna.
Ticket machine.
The ticket machine for your parking.
Yeah.
I never pay.
What if your customer parking is?
Never pay for parking.
You don't pay taxes.
I do pay taxes. I don't pay for the parking.
Okay.
You know.
Well, it would come in handy. You could get a bottle of water or something. Like
I could, but Dylan, I'm trying to.
You could throw in a kind to charity box.
I could, but again,
you could give it to Harvey or to Hunter.
Well,
He'd be delighted
they
with
get
it.
their wages anyway on the Sunday. They get a
What's their wage?
That could be their wage.
There you go. No.
Give them those 20 cent
Listen
coins.
to me.
There's value in every sort of monetary.
That could be his lucky coin now.
Yeah, you're making a great point there,
Thank you.
and you're making a great point there as well.
His lucky
Perfect. So
coin.
we in the there. So
2 great points.
thank you.
So now what I'd like to do is just to tell you what the rules are. If you want to be in it, right? Okay. The rules are it's a €1 or a €2 coin or a note, €5 or €10 note. That's it. That's how you pay your debt, or you collect your debt that way as well. So if I'm paying you next week, I'll give you a €5 or a €10 or a 2 and a 1. But you have to sign up to that before we do it.
That's fair enough. I haven't been watching the Olympics, so if you're happy enough to
we're happy for you to get involved, even though your knowledge may not be great.
Oh yeah, we definitely love for you. We'd actually love for you to be involved even more.
Oh yeah, so that definitely suits me altogether, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
100%, man. Yeah.
Not
So-
the community shield or anything like that. Like,
No.
Where we all support soccer and follow soccer to some
Let me
degree.
say one thing.
He
So it's
doesn't really like soccer.
I know, yeah, but he knows.
but it's the
about
Olympics,
soccer,
so they
right?
happen once every 4 years. So let's
And
get
she's
into the spirit
Irish.
of the Olympics, and she's Irish.
Okay.
So I would think she is going to finish 4th.
Where do you think?
Okay, so let's do a bit of, because I haven't been watching the Olympics. How
Well-
many people are running in this race?
Okay, there'll be 8 or 9.
8 or 9.
There's one Polish girl to beat her in the
There's 8,
Europeans.
isn't
Yeah, usually 8.
Oh, there's one fastest loser as well. Is there 2 fastest losers?
Yeah, but that could be of the 8. It's just sometimes if there's a dead draw or 4 to finish, they might throw in the 9th there.
You were saying on the way out there was a person that went AWOL because they were doping.
Yeah,
possibly.
there's a
So
girl
that's one
from
person who's looking very
who's phenomenal athlete.
That's
So
the Dominican Republic one, is it?
there's another Dominican Republic.
That's
so
2.
So the Bahrain
Let him
athlete.
finish.
I'm trying to get ahead of the game here now.
No, that's
to
good.
see.
So the Bahrain athlete went missing, so she got a 2-year ban for doping. She went missing as she was about to be tested, so obviously she was doing something wrong. So she got a 2-year suspension. She's back now. She ran phenomenally in the semi-final yesterday, so she's going to be probably number 1 along with the Dominican Republic. So they're going to be fighting out for number 1, number 2. There's a Polish athlete that beat Adeleke in the Europeans. Okay, that could be number 3. Okay, and there's a really good American girl. Probably finished slightly behind Adeleke, so I'm going to say Adeleke is going to finish number 4. I hope she gets number 1, 2 or 3 obviously, but I think she's going to finish 4th. So that's my bet. So I grab number 4.
You grab number 4. What are you grabbing?
I tell you now, right? I agree with everything you just said there. Okay, and I would have gone for 4 also, but I'll go 3
Yeah,
out of patriotism.
Yeah, she could get 3rd, yeah.
I'll go 3. I just want her to win it. I'd love to. She did well in the Europeans
Second.
as well. She got 2nd in the
Yeah.
Europeans. But Europeans are obviously just Europe. This is the world, and as you've just said, all the points you've just made are all valid points. She'd probably finish. She could finish 5th, 4th, or 3rd. I think.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to say 3rd. And who knows? She could have the race of her life.
She could have
She
the race,
of her life. So, and she's young. I suppose what's against her is she's inexperienced at this level. It's her first Olympics. But she's training. She's living in Texas at the moment. She's training down in Texas. She has been away from all the hype. When they're over there, they're all going through that kind of. They're all in the camp. They're all in the village. They're all going through. So she has all that. But I think her prep has been unreal. She's injury free. She was unreal.
I tell you what she does, sometimes she has better finals than semi-finals.
That's why I'm going 3rd.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going 3rd. And she's already won a medal. Now, if you give me, what I'll do, because I'm a gentleman, I'm happy to swap with you. Do you want to swap?
I won't. Remember that Kingston bit? So it's come back to bite you in the arse.
How's that come back to bite me in the
Where
ass?
I actually predicted that he scored 2 points off the bench.
And I also predicted that.
Jumped on it straight away. I had to move the podcast on. It was floundering like we're doing here.
What we'll do now, guys, is we'll encourage you to go back and listen to that podcast, and you'll see
Please.
for yourself. Because every time he starts to tell lies, I just go back and look. Go back and look.
And I'm always,
and then you're
but
the
I'm
next
always
podcast.
proved
You're
right.
like, yeah, you were actually right about that. You were right about that. So I'll go third. And when's she running?
Friday the night, 7 p.m.
7 p.m. Friday night. So it'd be great. I'd have that money now.
Do you know what'd be great? No, it'd be 10 each. I'll be regrouping
Oh,
back my money. So it'd be
Jesus.
20.
So yeah, I was thinking that the winner's going to get €20.
Yeah,
€20. All
That's
right.
That's nice for the money.
It's actually picked up nicely.
And what I think we need to do then is, I think whoever wins the bet, right, the next competition has to be picked by the persons who weren't involved and who didn't win. So there's no advantage to the person who wins. Is that fair?
That's fair.
And the money has to fucking be, that's the last of the fucking golden money or the brown money.
So nothing wrong with it,
Twos,
but I
ones,
mean,
fives and tens.
if it offends you, I'll oblige and
I just
I'll
want,
bring notes.
you know, I just want an easy life, you know. Dylan,
Well, 4 and 3 are taken.
4 and 3 are partially taken.
but
yeah.
you can stand up for yourself here now if you want to. If you say, I don't want to bet on this, you don't have to bet.
But what I would say, a brave soul, what they would do, they'd go, do you know what? Let's get into the spirit of it. Let's make a wager.
That's what he'd say now, because he knows Fort is fairly solid.
I know, understanding this is elite level.
Like I didn't even want to do this particular venue, not venue, but this betting. Instead, I want something like a charity shield.
And you can,
But
you
I'll
can-
oblige. No, I'm happy. I'm
Are you
happy
sure?
enough.
You
I'm
can
happy
refuse,
enough.
though.
No, I won't
If
refuse.
you're-
It's okay. That's fine. I'll say 2. She'll come second.
So you come second.
I love it.
Love
I
it.
think she'll
Fair
come
play.
second.
I love it.
I think she'll come second.
Do you know what?
I haven't even seen
For
this
you
woman
making
run.
that bet, I think
I haven't even seen
if
this
you
woman
win,
run.
myself and Connie should give you €15 each.
No, I don't want to be exempt from anything else.
Are you sure?
Yeah, tenner, man.
Once again, my generosity is just.
I
put
love
out
it.
there.
I thought you were going to go fifth. Very proud of you,
No.
brother. Very proud of
Let's
you.
go for 2.
Yeah.
4.
My little boy.
Very touchy-feely, isn't he? You okay there, Pete?
Yeah, no, I feel good. Yeah, thanks very much. Fort is happy with Fort,
Fort, happy with Fort. So okay, so we'll.
but I hope she gets first.
And we all hope she gets first.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if she gets first, then we'll say you all give me a tenner.
Like you're going for 4. You don't even want her to get a medal, really, like that.
No, I'd love if she won a medal, but my head is ruling my heart because previously my heart has ruled my head, and I'm down €35.
Yeah.
so for once I have to.
35.
The wife is asking questions now, so I have to fucking bring money back into the household.
Jesus Christ! If I win this, I'll be up 55. That's savage. This is like.
This is lovely
Why
learner
this
for you.
dreams?
Yeah,
I just have to keep getting more.
You're
and
actually
more.
making more of this to your patronage.
Just get like it's foolproof. Just get in a couple of dopes and
No disrespect, no.
and tell them that the bet not. So we'll
It's
finish
kind of
up.
funny. You're calling her offspring a dope, like.
Oh, sorry. Well, I suppose I take that back with you. I take that back.
And
So I take it back. You're not a dope. You're actually great. Where are you getting
shut up, guys.
We'll finish off with we'll talk about so the Olympics are going great.
What's that with the hand?
I don't know. Just trying to make a point because I don't know
Very
what the point
feminine.
is myself.
Very feminine.
Yeah.
Let's be stronger. There you are. Let's finish off with something.
Heil Hudson Backen. Oh. We talk about the upcoming. What is there much left in the Olympics?
Finishes Sunday. So you got there's bits and pieces left. Actually, there's the relays are left.
Yeah. When's the marathon on?
Marathon's done and dusted.
The marathon dusted.
Yeah, I'm almost certain that it is. No, don't quote me on that.
I thought the marathon was the last.
You actually could be right, Cornelius. Yeah, you could be on the last day now that you say it. Yeah, you're right because there's a Dutch athlete. What's her name? Hassan.
Yeah.
She's competing in the 10k. She's competing in the 5k, and she's competing in the marathon all in the same Olympics.
On the same day.
She probably a couple of days apart. She is ridiculous. She's of all the endurance athletes, she's number 1.
What's her name?
Hassan.
We might keep it. That'll be a good. Oh, it'll be over. It'd be nice to fucking have a bet on the marathon because it's so hard. But anyway, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We've done our thing.
Yeah.
But I love that the marathon is the last one because it is kind of it's an endurance race.
Yeah.
It's the whole Olympics has been it's an endurance series of games like for fucking 3 weeks.
She's very poetic. Fair play.
And it's kind of
Slap by your head.
it's just a lovely little ending to the way it is. I just moving my hands.
He's just drawing circles out with his hands for people listening. On YouTube, you can see the
But it's. Do you think it's been a good Olympics?
Brilliant, best. And a lot of people focus on the negative aspects about this, and I don't even hear anything about the negative. I've got a buddy who just said, there's something about people trying to buy cocaine, or people giving out about the opening ceremony. I don't care. The sport has been amazing, or the athletes being taken advantage of.
What did we think of the opening ceremony? I was in Lanzarote actually when I saw the opening ceremony.
I thought it was good, and then people have to bring back the religion and this and that. I just loved it before I was.
It was. They depicted the Last Supper. So they were like...
So they're a modern day interpretation of it. If that
I have nothing wrong. I personally have nothing wrong with it.
I don't care.
Because people who are arguing that it shouldn't be, religion should be taken out of it, have a point. I personally found nothing wrong with it. It was like, they were, there's loads of critics out there for it.
Do you know what I've learned, Cornelius? People are going to complain about everything all the time about everything. No matter what you do.
Correct.
One way or the other, there'll always be complaints. I've been focused on the sporting aspect. It's been amazing.
It has been amazing.
From judo to shooting, even this, you see me on the clip of this Turkish lad shooting. It's just like a pair of jeans and a fucking one hand in the pocket. 52, no.
Silver for Turkey?
No,
51.
fucking...
Was he 51?
I think it's 51.
I thought he was 52.
Yeah, 51, yeah.
He's like a fucking assassin.
No gadgets, no special glasses. Here I am, lads. Bang, bang. It's just been so many cool sports. Yeah, that's what I focus on.
I really enjoyed the badminton. I thought your man from Cavan, he got knocked out in the quarterfinals. He didn't get a medal
against a tough Danish lad.
A tough Danish lad, but he'll learn because he won he had three matches in the Olympics.
Yeah.
And he'll have 4 years now, and he'll be back. And I think he could be great for Ireland.
He trains with Cluxon, you know that?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed him. What else did I enjoy? I enjoyed the swimming. I never really much into the swimming. I love the diving. I just think the diving is so cool.
Yeah, they're unreal athletes. Gymnastics are cool. Simone Biles is amazing.
What about yourself, Dylan?
I watched that gymnast from America. She has a documentary.
Simone Biles, yeah.
Yeah, it was. Some of the things she can do is fairly amazing. Yeah.
Do you know what? And she finished kind of sting in the tail because it's her last Olympics. She didn't win the floor event, which she would have been majorly favourite. Andrade, the Brazilian, won that, didn't she? Am I right in saying that?
I think so, yeah. I think she was her main competitor anyway.
Yeah. And she lost it with what you call it as well, the beam. Is that the beam they stand on?
She fell off the horse.
She fell after the horse, yeah.
Yeah, she literally did. But she still won. She did the somersault there. It was nearly 3 somersaults.
She's so powerful for the size of her. And the Irish lad didn't win the pommel horse.
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant.
And what's your highlight of the Olympic Games, Pete?
My highlight of the Olympic Games, oh God, jeez, what is my highlight? What is my?
No, it's not over. Like we could still win the fucking another 1 or 2 goals, but like as it stands, by the time this comes out,
you didn't even mention the boxing.
That was my one.
Mine was the pole vault.
Keeping that to myself.
Pole vault.
It's going to say, what about the boxing, you fucking dopes?
No, pole vault, yeah. Mundo, again, the world record in his last attempt. A full stadium, probably 75,000-80,000 there.
Yeah.
Nothing else being shown, just the pole vault. So he gets all the attention.
Yeah.
Breaks another world record, so broke the Olympic record in the same day.
Yeah.
That for me was the highlight. He's just a fucking one of the best athletes, and the kind of a sport that wouldn't be really too well appreciated. Like
it's not really, no.
Yeah.
It's not, no.
So for me, that's number one. And of course, RT they switched to the 3-on-3 basketball final while the final of the pole vault was being run.
Yeah.
But of course, I went to Discovery, so I got to see it. But that's typical RT. But that was my highlight.
That's a great highlight.
Yeah.
I know you haven't watched lots of it, but of the bits you've watched, what's your highlight?
I would have to say the boxing, I suppose.
The boxing.
Yeah, when I watched the semi-final and the final.
Yeah.
But just a question there. Do you know the way there was controversy over the Algerian boxer?
I mean, you're small, but just in case.
I thought I was too close. Okay.
He'd find a way to complain.
There's always something.
Yeah, there's always. He's a bit of a prima donna.
He's in space now. He's too much space.
Since he's sold out to every man, I think he's fucking got into a prima donna. He's like he is like Madonna now.
You know? Can I just dictate how I sit?
This is the way he is now. I go through GA things with him, and people are asking for photos and this and that. Yeah.
He's trying to get attention again.
He just loves it.
That's what he does, isn't it?
He goes,
this is what he does.
Yeah, this is what he does, yeah.
My friend.
People just this and this and this. He freaking loves it. His head just gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
You can see it's growing.
Yeah.
It's growing.
We couldn't fit in the car.
No.
We had to wait. We had to hit him with a few slags to deflate it.
Ershtakan, you can come back now.
Yeah. Go on anyway, what were you saying?
What happened with the Algerian boxer?
Is she in a final, Dale?
It's different weight classes, is it?
I felt bad for her in a way as well, but she was. It's just unfortunate. Like I feel bad for everybody, to be honest. And
I totally feel bad for her as well.
The social media didn't really jumped on her. Can you imagine how bad she feels? She probably isn't the most aesthetically pleasing looking person, and imagine them people are just.
And you can totally relate to that. Like, go on, yeah.
And then people are across social media, then people are fucking jumping on her. It's been really mean.
Horrendous.
It's not as if she's a guy and then she go, oh yeah, no, I'm competing against women. It's not like that. So it's very unfortunate for everyone. And I can see the Italians' point of view to put out against her.
She apologised to her afterwards.
Yeah, I think that's
fair. She came back and apologised. And look, she did what she did. And like...
But you get dopes in social media that don't understand or just jump on the bandwagon.
Damn the clue.
Yeah, so it's just unfortunate for everyone now.
No, it is. I think she's in the final now, isn't she?
As far as I'm aware, I think she is, yeah.
I'm just trying to seek clarity. I saw something about it. Was she originally a man or was she born a woman or what's the story? Because apparently she was boxing her opponent and she didn't last very long because she was just too powerful. What actually happened
the Italian
in that fight?
pulled out just
early
after
on.
1 or 2 punches. Yeah, maybe she.
I think it was 16 seconds. Was it?
Maybe she got one punch and thought, after power.
And it was a powerful punch. I saw the punch. But like, she's a woman.
Is she a woman?
She's a woman. Yeah, she's born a woman.
Born a woman.
She's born a woman, and she's from Algeria, where it's illegal to be transgender. So
illegal
to be transgender, and like highly frowned upon if you even go down that line. But she was born a woman. I don't know the exact. And she identifies as a woman, which is the most important thing as far as I'm concerned. To be totally honest, like
well, for me,
legally,
for me, she was born as a woman is the main thing that I'm concerned about. Wherever she identifies as, but she was born as a woman, so she's a woman. She's a woman.
This is the. I think the whole argument with people on this transgender issue, right, is that there'll be loads of people just transitioning so that they can play fucking basketball for their country and stuff.
That's
like
the
that.
one thing I said. Yeah, I think the women's soccer, like there's a lot of athletes that were men changing.
That's very unfair. Yeah,
it's like we said, it's almost exploiting.
I think whatever the rules are, the rules are. It's like the rules with our bet, right? Whatever the rules are, the rules are. And if you break the rules, then you're not allowed, play the game. But if they're within the rules, then they're within the fucking rules. I think it's black and white. I actually think it's black and white. If they're a girl, they're a girl, and if they're not a girl, they won't be left play because the rules say that it's not for. And that's just the way I look at it. But look, the three of us dopes are certainly not going to fucking solve it.
I think we'll solve it in 5 minutes.
But getting back to your thing about the Algerian boxer, I hope she goes away and wins the fucking gold. I really do, because she's had so much vitriolic abuse thrown at her, and I thought it was horrendous.
She's a woman. That's it.
And she's a woman, exactly.
That's it. She's competing against women.
All right, let's finish on a positive note. So the Olympics, yours was Katie Harrington. Yours was, I'm trying to think. I think Nat is mine. I just think the whole story of.
You just love him beating the Israeli.
I just loved him beating the Israeli myself and at the start, but I just loved how he came to Ireland with his parents when he was 6 from Vietnam. I don't know if you know this guy, right? They live in Navan in County Cavan. So he's to be like
Cavan or Navan?
Navan. Or sorry, Navan. Yeah, Navan, not Cavan. Sorry, did I say Cavan? Sorry. So grew up Irish and is Irish now, and as much as anybody would be when they moved to a country at 6, has an Irish passport, and came along. They found out he was good at badminton. They set up a club locally so that he could play. He ends up being unbelievable, a prodigious talent. Goes to the Olympics, and in the first game, then he's up against the Israelis, who are fucking. Just a war machine that are fucking at war against the helpless Palestinians, amongst others at the moment, and are against everything that this guy is. And he just beat them. And myself and Noel and Harvey were jumping around the place. We don't know much about it. I played badminton in school. I played badminton with you. I took you to badminton when you were younger. We enjoyed it. It was something different outside of GA that we did.
Good crack, yeah.
It was good crack, And I played at the school, so I had a little bit of an affinity with it, and I think that was my highlight. Even though we didn't win anything, and I just think it's modern Ireland, and I think it's lovely to see all creeds and religions and races come in, and we're living in a fucking horrible time in history. There's so much, all the riots and stuff that are going on in England at the moment, and
they always say that though. History, this is probably the safest time in history ever. We're going in,
and then. Maybe it is, but we're also if someone presses a button, the whole thing is over.
There's a lot of idiots too.
There is a lot of idiots, and it only takes one idiot to blow up the world. So how safe are we, But at the same time, I do personally feel safe, and I feel Ireland is a safe country, and it's a great place to raise your children, and it's a
Commander
Commander that kind of way, is it?
Yeah. I said rep, but
Oh, yeah,
okay.
rep. Yeah. Sorry, come on, the rep, not the ra. But yeah, so that's my one. Nat is my one, and I think the Olympics have been great. I've really enjoyed it. I haven't watched it as forensically as you have
Love it.
because I don't have the fucking
Took
time.
2 weeks off work.
I'd love to have done that. That'd been great.
Should have done it.
Yeah, well,
Should have asked yourself, you're the boss.
I
Can I take 2
suppose.
weeks off?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yes, you can.
no, yeah,
Done.
but
Well, I suppose when Claudia's paying for most things, so it's okay to do that. Do you know?
You're back next week for that. Definitely, you're back for that.
Yeah.
But look, to be fair, I know what that was like when for years I was struggling with comedy for
Lads,
years.
I'm contributing as well. Don't go down this route. I'm actually doing bits and pieces. Don't mind trying to be on my
No,
side.
he's
Oh,
doing
yeah. Whereas you're trying to save me, but at the same time put me down.
No, he is, lads. He's doing a few chores around the place.
I work hard.
No, in fairness,
No, he's full time in college. He's
you're
full-time in
a
college.
student now again.
It's
like,
fucking
so it's okay.
narrative. Love me, he jumps on. He pretends to be my friend and fucking on my side. And fucking dig.
No, he does a lot of. Tell him about bringing the bits.
Fuck off. And I thought this was going to be a lovely reunion. Fucking break my balls out of me.
Oh my god, that is brilliant. Brilliant. Tune in next week when we'll have more of this stuff.
Yeah.
Lads. Thanks a million. Good night. God bless. Good night.
Good luck.